everyone. All right, we are on the ground right now in Charlottesville. I want to give you a little picture of what's going on right now. There was a lot of police activity in full riot gear. They basically quarantined off the very center of the park. I'll show you, it's basically broken up into a bunch of mini protests. Largely, there's a lot less activity between the two groups mingling now, besides a few little things there. You can see there are a lot of interesting signs and people out here. This lovely lady who's here to laugh at people with flaccid penises. I don't know, grown woman, but who knows. There's a huge presence of BLM here. The anti-fascistas just about everywhere. But I want to show you some of the more interesting parts. And again, I'm just showing you one of the minier minier protests of what's going on, sorry. But what we saw a little bit earlier was a lot of macing. I hear that Baked Alaska, and I think Richard Spencer also got maced. Okay, here we go. Riot guys are starting to move in now. Okay, 1 second, let me show you what I'm walking towards here. Riot police right behind us, they're starting to take steps. As you can see, right up there, cops and army, snipers. Oh yeah, they got their spotting scopes. They're fully loaded over there. These guys are walking right on us. I'll remind you that the alt-right, Jason Kessler, they did receive a federal order that they were allowed to march here. They were allowed to come in and have a peaceful protest here. The next day, look at what happens. We've got riot police, full gear, pretty decked out. I'm not entirely sure why they're stepping in more, to be honest. Again, there you got some military up there. I mean, things are relatively peaceful right now at this point, just because of the fact that there is some sort of division of the two groups. I'm seeing some media here. I'm blocked. I'm not allowed to go any further. Folks, every single time that I get closer, the cops tell me why we're not allowed to move any closer. Hi there, sir. So, little update. It's been declared a state of emergency. Again, it's very confusing as to why. You saw on Richard Spencer's Periscope a little bit earlier when these riot gear cops were walking in. He said, we just want to march peacefully. We saw them do that in D.C. Of course, once the anti-fascistas come, all right, they're moving. I'm not looking to get arrested. I like to get home at some point. But he said, we're not looking to cause any problems. But of course, the anti-fascists come up with their mace, their dog spray. It's pretty wild. I don't know why they're marching in on us. This seems so ridiculous. Like, nothing is happening right now here. It's, I'm very confused. I'm very confused. You know, it's hilarious to me that so many of these people were part of the BLM riots, and these houses here would be smashed right now if this was a BLM protest. But like 5 minutes into this, it was supposed to start at 12 p.m. local time, noon. It's just past 12 right now, and already it's been shut down before even beginning. I don't understand what they're planning on doing here. Hey, yeah. Yeah, no problem. I'm just live on Periscope. 1 second, guys.
I'm surprised you're still here. Like, everyone left, but I stayed behind.
Well, I don't know why they're marching right now. Okay, we're literally getting pushed over. This is so confusing to me. Okay, here, take a look at what's going on the other side of me. If this you can see what's going on. Oh, we got some interesting, colorful priests over here. Land of the free. Okay, here, let's take a picture.
Oh yeah.
All these people.
I'm gonna take it. So here with FaithGoldy at this Charlottesville thing.
Hey guys.
Peace. And you mind if I have someone take a picture of us?
Yeah, go for it.
It's not staying. I stayed for a good part.
Yeah. If you guys know of anything that's going on other people's Periscopes, feel free to tell me in the messages. If someone, yeah, of course. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm getting into a picture.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks. God bless. You have a good one. Anyway, guys, so I'm just showing you some of the sights and sounds around. Get into some of my thoughts about what's going on. All right, these are state police over here, obviously, a little less equipped. Got their handguns. And then we've got some, I guess, anti-fascista churches here. A lot of the churches were holding prayer services in advance of what's going on here today. So just a reminder for what we saw go down and why we're here in the first place. I'm not participating, I'm just reporting a little bit. And what I'm interested in doing is kind of explaining things to the alt-right, frankly, and to people who might be like, well, what the hell, what's going on over here? It's a movement that's happening right now. There's been a rising in the alt-right. You can see that just from their sheer numbers, from one protest, one march, one demonstration to another. There has been a rising in I think, white racial consciousness after decades of identity politics, which underscored non-white identities. I think a lot of white men specifically, this seems to be their struggle, are mad as hell and they're not going to take it anymore. And so in advance of marching here, and of course it's significant that we're here, I'll give you some background as opposed to me just being like out in some random field here. By the way, there are helicopters up in the sky, not sure if they're military or if they're TV. They're probably media just because they're lurking a little bit. So the significance of why they're here at Lee Park in Virginia is because of the fact that Robert E. Lee, obviously a Confederate general, he has a huge statue here in this park, and members of the council, specifically the vice mayor of this town, they wanted to move to have this statue removed, even though it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to the taxpayer. Of course, this is a typical lefty BLM, let's remove our history, and just because we don't like it, it makes us feel uncomfortable. So there's some significance, of course, in Jason Kessler, Richard Spencer, Baked Alaska, all these guys meeting here. And again, they had the permit to speak here. The city tried to quarantine them to a baseball field. They said, well, no, that's not our plan. They got a federal court order, as I understand it, to exercise their right to peaceful demonstration, to peaceful protest and assembly. And of course, that was cut short even before it really began over here. Yeah, just some more photo ops. So I've had a lot of folks on Twitter, not even from the alt-right. I think a lot of folks, even from the alt-right, at least spend enough time online to know what's been going on and to see the rumblings of what I take to be a movement. And last night, at least to my knowledge, it came out last night, altright.com was advertising what do they call it? A Charlottesville statement. This 20-point, kind of a mixture of like Martin Luther's, theses meets the French Revolution's tennis court oath. It was 20 points around which they could all just rally. Everything from race, the JQ, which is of course is something that the alt-right spends a lot of time talking about, economics, women and sex, globalism, and they just had a few sentences under each discussing their stance. And I think it's kind of interesting because of the fact that there certainly are some points of contention within the alt-right. Some people who spend more time, say, focusing on the JQ, some people who are, more respect women as opposed to like anti-feminist to the point of being, let's say, anti-woman to a degree. It was interesting to see a real consolidation of just one idea under all of these subheadings to the larger alt-right umbrella. So, yeah, this is what's going on. Apparently, BLM can torch places, anti-Trump protesters. I mean, I was here for the inauguration not too long ago. I was at University of Berkeley, and it's pretty cool when it's the left doing this stuff, but it's become such a tired adage. But when the right does it, all of a sudden it's illegal, and your federal court order be damned. All right, so we've got a little bit of a human-linked fence here. Not sure why, to be honest. Not sure what they're doing, why they're linking, but okay. All right, guys. Let me turn this around a little bit. Okay, this is kind of lame. I want to go further in, but I don't think they're going to let me. Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry, you guys are probably getting a little bit dizzy. Oh gosh, look at this boss. Look aside.
See, all this can be answered in one small thing, if you seek the truth.
And why America?
We would love the black man, we love the white man, and put them all the same as they are the same. All equal, you know. That's what the Declaration of Independence declares. That's what the Bible declares. That all men are equal.
All right, guys, I'm going to peace out, see if I can find myself a new spot, and come back to you guys. Enjoy for now here. Peace out for now, guys. How many people in the movement were there to record the? Oh, there are a lot of people who are recording on the ground right now. I've just been quarantined over here, so I don't know. I'm going to try to get a little bit further in, but bye for now, guys. I'll see you in a bit.